So the question is how are we going to surf these waves? So here's a couple of key criteria for building your business. Number one, we have to build a business that is de-commoditized. De-commoditized business means that it's very difficult to compare you with other people or you with other businesses. Think about how Apple de-commoditized from the PC market. So when someone goes and buys a PC, they have a look at Hewlett & Packard, IBM, Acer, they go and look at all the different brands, Google Chrome and all of these different brands that are out there, and they make a decision based upon comparing on price, Android phones and all of those sorts of things. But when someone buys an Apple, they don't even look at the PC market, they just buy an Apple because it's decommoditized in their brain. To share with you the value of decommoditizing in the marketplace, Apple only sells about 48% of all the smartphones that are out there, so they sell less than half the smartphones in the marketplace, but they make over 90% of the profit in the smartphone industry. So by having a luxury decommoditized brand, they actually make 90% of the profit. The other 50% of all the phone makers out there share in less than 10% of the profit that's available. Number two is we have to build businesses that are digital and scalable, that you could be looking after clients in Tasmania, Australia, you could be looking after clients in Singapore, you could be looking after clients in Los Angeles. You want to build a business that's scalable. And the reason you want to do that, because if your business is geographically constrained, people from all over the world can sell stuff to your potential clients, but you can't sell stuff into other markets. So you need to be able to think about how your business is going to scale. This sounds really complicated, but in reality there are some very easy steps you can take. So for example, if you take some of your best stories, your best ideas, and you put them on video and you put them online, that suddenly scales. If you write a book, then anywhere that Amazon goes, your book can go. There's really great steps you can take in order to have a scalable and decommoditized business. One thing that will decommoditize you and make you scalable is creating a book. Because if you write a book, people who have read that book think of you as a special person, and that book can go far and wide, a lot further and a lot cheaper than you could possibly go. So there's an example. And that's why people like myself write books, because it's a way to decommoditize and way to scale. I found it very interesting that the CEO of Microsoft has just announced that he's done a book deal, and he's going to be writing a book called Hit Refresh, and it's all about the change and transformation we're going through. But isn't it interesting that the CEO of Microsoft defines himself by wanting to decommoditize himself and that business through a book? We have to create something that is signal versus noise. You can't keep saying the same things everyone else is saying. You have to have a special, unique message that other people find it very difficult to copy, so that you can create something that people can tune into that doesn't sound like everyone else. If your message sounds like everyone else's message, you just become part of the noise, not the signal. And we have to go high value. So one of the keys to decommoditizing is creating a product that is a little bit more complex and that is higher value as opposed to cheap. So a lot of people, they say, oh, I'm going to start a business selling something that's £5, or I'm going to start a business that's selling something that's £25 a month. I'm going to start a business that surrounds itself with some very cheap apps. I say, well, actually, the sheer volume that you have to be able to do in order to make that business work, it just will not stand up. You'll need crazy amount of funding, but even when you model it, it won't model correctly. So we need to have a high value component to your business. If you enjoyed that video, click subscribe. We upload regular content and case studies to help you become a key person of influence in your industry.